And welcome, fans, race fans, and fans alike. Anybody that loves racing loves this track. We've been here a couple of times. Mitch, Phoenix International Raceway, or as it was formerly known, now it's called ISM, just simply ISM, with a nice big old dog leg out there. We've got a great night of racing. The Hitman Series, Xfinity Series for Sim 500 rolls out tonight. 120 laps, Mitch, under the desert sun.
I'm looking forward to it, John. This track always seems to be able to put on some good racing, so we'll see what these guys at Sim 500 could do tonight here in these Xfinity cars.
Well, like I said, folks, we're out here in Phoenix, or as some of my friends like to call it, Pahonix Speedway, 1 mile track. It's called a super speedway, Mitch, because of, I guess, of its length, but it drives like a short track. You got three very distinct different turns, or I don't know how they call it now. You got turns 1 and 2, and then that long sweeping dog leg thing. And you got 3 and 4, so I don't even know how you refer to it, but a lot of excitement happens down there. Unfortunately, folks, not unlike in real life where they've kind of put the start finish line down there in that dog leg right after you come out of the pits. It's different here on iRacing. It's the old configuration. Front stretch is still over there, that long narrow straightaway where a lot of messes happen. Start finish line is right there still, so we're gonna stick to the old way of calling it. So you come down that front stretch, you got turns 1 and 2 right there, then a little long sweeping dog leg where there used to be nothing but grass down there in the field, Mitch, but they paved that over. Now we'll see a lot of cars diving down the inside trying to get some sort of an advantage.
That we will, John. And referring to your comment about the calamity that always happens on the front straightaway here, that has a lot to do with the fact that 3 and 4 is a very, very flat turn. And when guys are coming out of there and they're putting the power down, it's really hard to keep the car straight. So that's a lot of the reason why there's such messes on the front straightaway is because of the way that 3 and 4 is.
Absolutely. Well, tonight we've got some of the best, folks. We've got the Sim 500 guys rolling out of here. This is a series presented to you sponsored by Hitman Racewear. Am I saying that right, Mitch?
Yeah, it's Hitman Racewear.
Racewear, correct. Head on over to the website and check them out, folks. They got a lot of neat stuff. They've got a real life team they sponsor and a lot of guys here in the sim racing community that they sponsor. And we're just now wrapping up qualifying, and it looks like we've got some really fast times sitting up there on top of the boards. Right now, it looks like Daniel Falkingham, that 39 is going to come in here with a 27.2, and if that stands over the next minute and a half or so, or minute or so, that's a hell of a lap there, Mitch.
Yeah, I think he must have got out there once the shade came out, cooled that track down a little bit. So Daniel Falkingham using maybe a little bit of strategy, along the way to try and get that pole here at ISM Raceway.
Some strategy in play, as my Canadian friend would say. Man, that's a stout-looking field, though, in that top 10 right now. I'll tell you what, we see a lot of very familiar names up there, but we also see a couple of guys, Mitch, so far. Brian Macklin sitting in 4th there. We don't talk about him too much. Steve Marinak's up there. Dwayne Vincent's coming in 7th, and a nice top 10 run for him. So we'll let qualifying wind down here for another 20 seconds or so, and then once it's done, we'll give you guys the top 10, and then we'll probably try to interview our pole sitter for the evening. In the meantime, let's see what we can do here. Let's talk about some weather, Mitch. It's 109 degrees right now, but it just dropped down to 108 with the shade over the track. That dynamic weather that iRacing gave us is kicking in again.
It is. Air temperature only 80 degrees, but the track is 108, so that's sunshine really beaming down on the track today, John. Should make for a fun race to watch. Going to be real slick out there.
Absolutely. Well, that's it, folks. Qualifying is over, and it looks like your pole is going to go to Daniel Falkingham in first, and to his outside is going to be Dave Comstock in the 42.
And starting in 3rd tonight, it's going to be the number 5 of Justin Fuller, and to his outside, it's going to be that 30 car of Brian Macklin.
Inside row 3 is going to be, Donnie Leah in the 18. To his outside, Steve Marinak in the 15.
Dwayne Vincent's going to be starting 7th. Starting outside of the 4th row is going to be that the number 06, of Byron Daly.
Inside row 5, starting 9th, the 99 of Tommy Ryan. To his outside, Steve, I've got chalk. Sorry, I couldn't resist. In 10th place, Steve, welcome back. We missed you last week. Good to see you, buddy. Well, let's see if we can get a chit-chat real quick before they go green with our pole sitter, Daniel Falkingham. Daniel, this is John up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
That's a hell of a pole run there, man. 27.2. Nice lap.
All right, thank you.
So what do you got planned for this race? You're going to try and get out there and just keep your lead? You're going to take care of your tires for a little while and see what happens? How's it going to play out for you?
Probably a combination of both. I did a long run of practice with a really hot track temp, and I think I got that all sorted out. But I feel like with colder track temps, I might have to change my game a little bit because The way I ran my lap in qualifying, that might be faster and cooler temps, but with higher temps, it might go a different direction. So we'll see what happens when this race gets underway. But I'm definitely looking forward to the challenge.
All right, Daniel. Well, one more question for you. How's it looking on fuel? We did some practice runs ourselves earlier in the day, and we were looking at anywhere between 52 and 58 laps on fuel. Is that the same thing you found out here in the warm-up?
Yeah, I think so. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I don't think we'll maybe get as far, but I'll be surprised if we do. I mean, this is a good group of guys, so we'll see what happens.
All right, Daniel. Well, I'm going to let you get ready for it, man. You buckle them up and clean them tires up, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
And the pace car is off, and we're underway, Mitch. That was Daniel Falkham, our pollster. He jumps out to a great start there. He's got about a 3-car length lead over the rest of the field there, down on the inside of the 42, on the outside of the 42 of Comstock, fighting off the 5 of Justin Fuller, trying to take that second spot and get clear. And like I said, you see a lot of cars ducking down on that inside part of that turn right there. That area used to be grass, but now it's pretty much racetrack, and you'll see a lot of guys ducking down there trying to make up a position or two.
Yeah, yellow line is going to stop these guys, John. They're going to go wherever it takes to make a position.
Oh, we got to spin on the front
crash.
stretch.
I look to be a 15 car of Stefan Marinak, and now a big pile up here on the front straightaway after these cars come just barreling in here about 10 seconds after the caution came out. So I'm not sure what that was about.
Well, I said this on the top of the show. That's a very, very narrow front stretch. And it looked like the 15 of Marinak and the 42 of Comstock got together. And unfortunately, that was just, there's no place for these guys to go. So Marinak bounced back up into the track, and he just got collected by all kinds of cars right there. And, the rest of these guys came spinning here. That was just a chain reaction from them checking up, trying to miss what was happening in front of them. So, folks, that one didn't take long at all, and we're already under our first caution. So we're going to go ahead and let these guys get gathered back up and take a breath of fresh air, and we're going to go to corner and move back.
All right, Watson, let's analyze the chemicals in this cigarette smoke. Cadmium? Check. Formaldehyde? Check. Arsenic?
Sir, isn't arsenic what they used in rat poison?
Yeah, isn't arsenic in rat poison?
Oh, what was I thinking, sir? It's not like we're gonna smoke them.
Neither will the rats.
Tobacco is no joke. Cigarette smoke has over 7,000 chemicals. Learn more at thefactsnow.com.
And welcome back to Phoenix Raceway, folks. We're having some technical issues, so what we're going to have to do here is reset our stream. We're going to get you a new link. It'll be available, I believe, on our Facebook page, Mitchell, correct?
That's correct. Should just be a couple minutes here, guys.
All right, just give us a couple minutes. We're going to try and sort these issues out, folks. We're going to come back as